Hello, welcome to our second video here in the Cajon class. And I have to apologize that it took so long to get this done. Lately I've been kind of busy, life happens, and that's where we are now. So we're going to look forward, and today I would like to talk about how I use a already existing song to practice my Cajon skills. Not too long ago, just before we recorded this video, we recorded Hosanna. And I basically sat down, I practiced once, I just listened to the song, kind of figured out like more or less what I'm gonna do because I'm recording. And then I did it, and it's more or less freestyle. And a lot of the things that happen during the song, the choruses and the bridges and the silent moments and instrumentals and where there's only vocals, those are things that you kind of feel. You don't remember it exactly, and for example, if you go to practice on Sunday and you're the drummer or you're the percussionist, you play the cajon, you can't always practice everything exactly the way you're going to do it. You kind of have to feel it, because the worship leader might change it. He might feel that it is important to repeat a chorus. And if you only are focused on what you practiced earlier, you're going to mess up. So you got to feel, you got to look for signs and so on. And the experience that playing a lot, for example, if you play a lot at church or you listen to a lot of music, practice a lot, do a lot of these things, the experience will tell you and give you the feeling when that moment comes. I don't know a lot of these things. I don't know a lot of these moments. When does the bridge come? When does the chorus come? But I can hear it from the other instruments, from the vocals, little clues and hints of the atmosphere, what's going to come next. And that way I'm ready. I'm already thinking what I'm going to do next, what beat. I can't wait and listen and then only do the beat. The beat needs to come at the same time. The same goes for build-ups. Or those come naturally. You hear it, you kind of feel it, and then you do it. Just the other day we were playing some songs, a friend and me, and she was playing the guitar and I was playing the cajon, and she was playing songs in a that I've never heard before, that I've never practiced before with her, and I've never heard her play them before, but I just sat down and I could play with her. And later another person, a bystander, asked me, and I said, have you ever practiced those songs, or do you know those songs? Why do you know when is the chorus, when's the bridge, when to build up, when to go down, when how the atmosphere goes? How do you do those dynamics? And I said, well, I feel it. It's because I can feel how she's playing and I can adapt to what she's doing. And that's very important as musicians, and especially as the percussionist, the pianist, the bass, those people need to listen to what's going on around them. And you have to adapt to what is going on around you. So for me, it was not a problem, these songs, and the tempo and of course also what beats and so on, you can hear it from the way they strum. But that only comes with experience, so I would like to put on your heart that you try to make as many experiences as possible. If that means getting on stage, then that's what it is. I know the first, the second, the third time I went on stage, I was completely nervous and a lot of things went wrong. But it takes courage to go on stage again and make those experiences, because you will only really learn once you're out there. And it's going to be uncomfortable, but that's what learning is all about. Learning is about confronting the uncomfortable, what you are not comfortable with. So make those experiences and try to learn from them. Try to learn what can I do better next time, and how do I adapt to this situation next time, and try to avoid making those same mistakes. It also helps with getting the nervousness away, because when you have the experience and you know you can do it, you're less nervous the next time. That's how it works. So practice as much as you can, and I'm now going to show you how we do that. So I really recommend that you use headphones first of all. Loudspeakers work too, but headphones work better. I don't know why I'm out of breath, probably because I just drank some tea. Headphones work better for two reasons. Number one, I can decide to only use one headphone. That way I can hear the music in one ear and I can hear what I'm playing in the other ear, and they are both mixable. In other words, I can make the music louder or softer so that I have a good balance of both. If I have loudspeakers, the louder I play, the less I hear the loudspeaker music. And the less loud I play, the more I can hear the loudspeaker music. That's how it works. With headphones, you don't really have that problem, especially when it comes to Apple earphones. No matter if they have cable or not, it doesn't matter. It can be wireless, it doesn't have to be wireless. When you have them in, you can still hear what's going around you because they do not isolate the sound. You can still hear the outside sound very well, and you can hear the music very well. So for me, this is ideal. I can play like this. I can listen to the music and still hear myself play. And I put the music is so close to my ears, so even when I play loud, I can still hear the correct rhythm. When I have loudspeakers, it's kind of hard to do that because it takes a lot of volume to be louder than my Cajon. My Cajon is pretty loud. So I recommend headphones. You can either use one in or put 2 ears in. It's up to you. And then of course you choose a song. I like this method of practicing with a song because it allows you to improvise. And you don't have to listen to it 5 times before you start playing. You can just let it play and you can kind of like figure out, oh, this sounds cool, I could do this. First listen, what does the drummer do? The drummer, he does this very special rhythm. Well, what can I do with the Cajon that sounds similar? What is the beat? And then you can start to improvise. How do I want to build up? Oh, I could do this here. So you can play the song over and over again at the same time, practice yourself. It also helps the second thing, that is your rhythm, because you learn to listen to what is going on around you. Learn to listen. Of course, in the song, everything's perfectly on rhythm. Even the live music is perfectly on rhythm. So you are going to train your hearing. You're going to train your hands to play according to what's going on around you, which is good because the rhythm is correct. If you do that in every other situation, you're just going to follow whatever rhythm everyone else will play. And if the rhythm is not correct, then that's what you're going to play. Using this, you're practicing 2 things. Your improvisation skills, because you can't just stop playing all of a sudden. You can practice to do the whole song in one go and just act like you're on stage, for example. What will happen if you're on stage? That way you can improvise. You learn how to, I could, anytime when this happens, I could always do this one. Because it's very simple and it kind of works in almost every situation. It also trains your hearing, your rhythm, and the third thing, it trains your feeling for the song atmosphere. When's the build up? Oh, it feels like now comes a bridge. And you can go through multiple versions of the same song. Hosanna has like 20 versions by all very good Christian bands. And today, the one I picked just earlier was one of my favorite. It's a live version, and I really like that version. And it's different from the others. The instrumental is kind of different. I didn't have to practice for it. You kind of feel what is coming when you have the hearing for it. But it only comes with experience. So I really recommend that you use this way of playing to practice. Well, now to the more practical part. So you have the song ready. You press the play button. You have the earphones in. Now what do you do? So personally, you have to not think like you're a drum. You have to think what you can do with your Cajon. And intros with drums are always a little bit special. Sometimes just or sometimes they use the chimes, ching, or they use the cymbals, and they do a lot of special stuff. You don't have to do that. Remember, you also have a shaker. If you have a shaker at home, you can use shakers for intros. A great intro is also what I do sometimes. It's just, and then you hear, let's say, for example, the song we just played, the verse 1. Sorry, I'll go back, intro. So there's many different ways to do an intro. Other way to do an intro is just very light tabbing. The one I did today is very different. Today the song started on a blast, a little bit of keyboard, and then it goes boom. So naturally I copied that. Then after that, the second thing it goes into verse one, and it's kind of a beat that the drum does by itself. And I listened to it in the practice round. I was like, I can do that on the cajon. You don't have to stick to the perfect flows and all the fills that we learned in class. You can improvise as long as it sounds good and fills. I remember some students previously did try to improvise something, but if it doesn't work on the beat and you're not fluent with it, don't improvise. Stick to what you know. But you can practice these things. So I just did it more or less how it sounds because I know which sounds the cajon make, and I can almost make the same sound. So it's kind of like. Obviously, my rhythm isn't very good right now. I'm not listening to the music, but that was kind of what verse one was like, and so I just did it. If you have a good hearing and if you have experience with your instrument, you can just play that. You don't have to practice it. Oh, one, two. Maybe it would sound even better like this. I think that's actually what the original is more sounds like. But in that moment, I didn't think too much. I just tried to make more or less the same rhythm because the song kind of starts slow. Then it goes to verse. Has a little bit of a break in the middle, and then I go into verse two, and I go, which is a little bit higher. I don't do. I just do flow four, the very basic. And then the chorus comes, and I know by heart in every versions of those 20 Hosanna versions, the first chorus is just a drop. So automatically, and I just let it run. And I remember that the drum did kind of a chick, chick. So I translated that to the cajon, and I just went, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the. And then I build up back into the little bit of instrumental before it goes on with verse 2. I see the King of Glory. So in verse 1 I ended with flow 4, the very basic. So now I can go into the second version of flow 4. I can make it a little bit more lively. So I go. And then in the middle of that, it kind of like gets a little bit of breather before it goes into the second part of verse 2. And I go. I do that little bit of a fill. And then it goes into chorus. This time I know the chorus is going to be loud. And to get the emotions up, I go into a regular flow 1 or 2, one of those. I go. And I make sure that I mix it up every now and then. I'm not keeping track. Oh, now flow 1, flow 2, flow 1, flow 2, fill. I'm just trying to translate how I think it's supposed to sound, and I'm just playing it. It's very free, and that's the good thing about practicing the song this way. You can just do what you feel like doing. If you have practiced all these things, by now your fingers kind of know what to do. And when you hear something, you think, oh, that kind of sounds like this, and you can just play it. Improvise. Get used to not sticking to now do this, and then do that. Those times we gotta slowly move out of that and go into more being free and less naming what we're doing. I'm naming these things so it's easier for me to explain what we're doing. But this is how I practice using songs. It's probably my favorite way to practice songs. And if I know that next Sunday we're playing these and these songs and the worship leader sends those songs, I just take the link, I listen to it, I don't look at the notes. The notes are not interesting to me. I just have to know more or less what I would like to do. And as long as the beat is the same, that means it's still 4/4 and it doesn't change into 6/4 or 6/3 or something like that, I can still do the same. I can, even if the pianist plays slower or plays higher or lower, the beat's more or less the same. Now, however, when it comes to playing yourself, you cannot do it exactly like the YouTube video. You can't say, hey, worship leader, the YouTube video does it like this. Why am I supposed to do it like that? Don't do that. You have to listen to what the worship leader says. So if he wants to have it a certain way, you have to be flexible and adapt. That's your job as a percussionist. So yeah, that's how I use songs. I'm going to upload more and more of just songs where I practice and I improvise, so you can have an example of how I practice songs, how I would play the songs, and you can also see some of my bad parts. For example, in the recording that we just did before, there was a lot of parts where I was out of rhythm, but that's why we do this practicing for. This is for training your rhythm. This is so that your ears become more accustomed to trying to play on beat. It's not going to be easy in the beginning, especially in doing everything in one go. It's not going to be easy, but that's why we practice. You practice and practice and practice, and don't try to memorize. Try to learn how to just let it be free. So this is the first part of what I wanted to say today. It's a lot of talking, a lot of English. 对不起，大家对不起。I'm going to do a small summary of what I just said in Chinese. 长话短说，你们用这样的方法练习的时候，我比较喜欢用耳机，因为耳机有很多的好处，你不需要，因为你自己可以控制那个声音，那个大声还是小声的声音，你可以自己控制，因为比方说你可以只有用一个耳机，然后你可以做很大的声音，然后用你的手拍，这样你还可以听那首歌，还有可以听你自己的声音。然后第二个重点是你这个方法练习的方法，帮助你练习你的rhythm， 因为你需要听那首歌的 rhythm 怎么样，然后你需要适合那个 rhythm， 然后在我们在 reality 在 worship 在 Sunday 的时候打那个木香鼓的时候，应该不是这样，因为那时候你是控制那个 rhythm 的人，但是这里你可以练习那个对的 rhythm， 因为大部分这首歌这个 praise song 他们的 rhythm 是很对，当然是很对，他们都是高手，但是蚊子，但是真实你们应该不适合大家，大家应该适合你，但是有的时候我也适合大家，为了那个表演，我要跟大家合作，所以我也适合他们。但是真实应该别的 instrument 适合你的 beat， 你的 tempo。还有什么？重要是你可以越来越多 improvise。因为真实你也不可以练习一个方法，然后表演的时候做完全一样的方法，可能是你们的领导人说我现在要再次做那个 chorus 还是等等，所以你应该 stay flexible 中文怎么说我也忘记了you have to be 你应该是容易改变的人，然后为什么练习是这样，现在是这样，你不可以说这不是我的问题，是这个问题，并不是，因为你的听力应该用你的听力听那个 听得出来那个感觉，那首歌的感觉。然后如果那个领导人说 chorus，你快点，你已经知道，因为那个 atmosphere 那个感觉已经好像是现在再一次 chorus，还是它比较慢，越来越慢，唱越来越慢，还是弹吉他越来越慢？应该他要做一个 instrumental，还是一个 bridge，还是这样？所以你已经差不多知道，你只有等他的手哦，现在他说 bridge 还是他说 chorus，这样。所以很重要是你常常练习那个听出来那个感觉，常常去表演，做一个自己的经验，这样你越来越多有这个经验。如果你有经验，你应该下次比较没有问题，越来越做很多经验很重要。第一次、第二次、第三次表演不是表演，我也不知道怎么说，但是你们懂我的意思。你们表演的第一次、第二次一定是不好，你们可能觉得大家觉得他会打木箱鼓吗？好像他没有好好学过，因为你很紧张，还是你们错了很多。但是这个经验是很重要，然后你不可以说我今天真的不好，我应该未来不要打木箱鼓。不是，你现在看 ，OK， 我在哪里错，是我的错吗？OK， 我怎么可以改变？好，下次我做这样，然后下次你已经知道，那个我知道，我一定会，我知道很危险，我在那边认真一点，还是这样。然后那个经验，你可以，如果你有经验的话，你也越来越不紧张，对。所以这是我今天想教你们的你们的事。I'm gonna add something small now, because we're going to meet soon, and I would like you to start practicing not 4/4 rhythms, but 3/6 rhythms. Wait, 4/6 rhythm, 6/4, 6/4 rhythms. 6/4 means this. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also not 也不是1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5，不是这样，不是我们到现在学过的事，现在是完全不一样。1 2 3 5 6 7，1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I would like you to practice a couple of things. The first one I would like you to practice is the most basic.现在快一点。OK， 再快一点。因为我们现在练习越来越快，打木箱鼓，你们需要 relax your hands like this. 如果你也很快累，快死了，所以是。The second thing I would like you to learn， 第二个我想你们自己学是这个。 Okay, one more time. A little bit faster. If you can do this, we can go to the third one. If you can do these two, you're already very good. The third one is optional. 我希望你们也会第三个，但是你们不需要。我觉得第一个、第二个到下次就好了。如果到下次还没学过，没问题，我们见面的时候复习一下。好，第三个好像是很复杂，但是只是可能是加一个 beat 还是两个 beat， 我也不知道。等一下。只有加一个 beat， 不是加一个 beat， 但是改变一个 beat。到现在是跟第二个一样，然后我的左手加一个 slap， 取代这个 tip， 加一个 slap。现在再次慢慢的速度。所以每两次我一次加那个 slap， 在这。在这第一个，第二个。不是每两次，是每一次，不好意思。第三个，不好意思，我错了。有时候我改变，我知道，但是重要是加那个左手的 slap。现在看起来很复杂，真的很简单，你们应该自己试试看。在这。所以如果你们第三个都可以，最后应该是这样。跟那个 Flow 4一样，我什么时候都可以加那个，还记得那个？我这样一样可以加那个 bass， 还是我可以两次做跟那个？我每次可以做这样。然后当然我也每次可以加左边的 slap。 对，如果你一个可以，你应该都可以。如果你一次可以做这个左边的对的 tempo 对的地方，你应该我刚刚说很多种的方法，你应该都会。我们别担心，我们见面的时候我们都练习。那如果你们不来的话，不方便的话，你们也可以自己练习。我希望你们会。因为有很多首歌，他们用这个4/6，我们到现在只有做4/4，但是有很多我们在 Home of Christ 唱的歌都是4/6。OK， 我觉得今天到这里，我还不知道下次见面是这个星期六，这个星期六是。我也不知道，但是这是星期六，我们在 Home of Christ 见面，是在以前的地方，不是在新的地方。It's in the old building downstairs. I will write the details in the line chat. 我在聊天室里面写。谢谢大家，对不起，我可能是不太清楚，希望你们给我一个 feedback，你们可以跟我写，还是在那个 YouTube 影片的下面写一个 comment， 一个什么回应我忘记了。那谢谢大家，拜拜。